Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Rohit. Today we'll talk about the project task. Last few days we talked about the project, we talked about the resource plan. Now we'll talk about the project task. So in this starting of the project, I told you that the project can be two types of project. One, I mean, basically three types of execution plan. One is the waterfall, another is the agile, and third is the hybrid. The point I want to make here, if I want to demo the waterfall model, you will be able to only understand the waterfall model. If I show the demo on the agile, you will only understand the agile. That's why I select the hybrid, because waterfall plus agile is the hybrid, so that I can show the demo on both that waterfall and agile. So without wasting time, let's get started. Before I start the video, I would request you please share with your community this video and like, share, and hit on the bell icon to get more update on that service now. So let's get started. So in last day, I talked about the project task, and I have created one project task, which is the waterfall model. And if you see, whenever you keep on, I said that keep on adding the project task. Once you start adding the project task, you will the date will be keep on adding. The plan end date will be keep on adding. Plan start date will be the same, but plan end date will be keep on adding. And if you see right now, it is in red color because the plan end date is already gone, which is the 21. That date is already gone. That's the reason it is red color. So today we'll mainly focus that project task, how we can create the projects from multiple type of project task, and how we can work on those. One more information I just want to share with you guys: the project task or project itself can have multiple project. A project can have itself have multiple project. Even a project task can have multiple project tasks. It can be keep on adding, like tree bottom, like one project task have another project task, another project task can have another project task. You can keep on adding the projects task inside the project task. Okay, so very complex scenario it can be happens. So that's the reason the each project task have a percentage. So this percentage will be completed whenever your child project task will be completed. So if you have three project tasks inside a project task, so these will be 100, project task will be 100, one and only if your child project task will be completed. All the child project task will be completed, and so once your all the project task will be completed here, your project will be 100%. So project is dependent on the project task percentage will be dependent on the child project task. Okay, so let's create some of the project tasks and see how it works. So very first thing is that I'll go to this project console here, planning console. So this is the planning console, my planning console, and in here is a one bug is that you can't create agile project. Okay, so I'll here just check that and change to that key committee. Okay, but here the only challenge here that you cannot create the agile project, you cannot create the milestone, all those stuff. For that, what you have to do, you have to just go back and click the project workbench. Before that, I will save that changes, and the start with the 114, and it will be ended at 121, which the date is gone. Now, here, what we'll do, we'll create one more task called that requirement gathering, maybe. In this requirement gathering, what we'll do, we will create a task which is in the waterfall type again. So this is the first task is the waterfall. Again, I will create one more task called waterfall model, and that is the here I will select that requirement gathering. Now, if I scroll down in this project, I mean the project task during the creation, you can see that time constraint. What does it mean by time constraint? Let me click on that. This time constraints have four options. What does it mean by that? One, two, three, four. So start as app means that the start date will be the project first starting date, or maybe the planned start date, project plan start date will be the start date for the start as of option. And you can see just keep this field is read only. Once I select the start on the specific day, the planned start date will be become the non-mandate, I mean non-read only, where you can put the specific date where you want to start your project. Secondly, start no longer than, once you select the start no longer than, again you can select the planned start date. So whenever it will become more than this date, it will become red color. Fourth option is the start no later than. It means that the project start date cannot be start more than that. Okay, so these are the options. So what I'll do, I'll select that as start specific date, and this case I'll select the specific date is the 2020 maybe. Okay, so at that moment I'll click and submit that. So now you can see the kickoff meeting is started and it will be ended on the 21, and this is started on the 20 and it's ended. I will change this date. So I'll click edit here and then I'll change that date. So this is started on the 20 and I maybe need the 31st of the January till that, and then this is time duration is the 8 days, and where is the our project will be. So you can see the project timeline is getting increases right now because we are keep creating the task. Okay. After that, the requirement gathering is end. What we will do, we'll create one agile phase which is called development. So what I'll do, I'll create first a milestone, and here you can see there is two options here, milestone and key milestone. Milestone is something that where the project is achieved some phases. Okay, the project is reaches that some phases, that is called, we call the milestone. So our project is ended on the 31st. Our milestone will be that requirement gathering completed, something like that. And then this milestone will be I mean the start date will be the 31st. So on the 31st I am declaring that one of the milestone I am going to achieve, which is the project requirement gathering will be completed, and I will click save. So my first milestone, whenever I add the milestone, it will be in the green color, one green dot. Okay, so this is my project milestone is achieved. Now I'll create few more tasks here. This time I'll create that, instead of waterfall model, I'll create one agile phase. And here what will be my task is the development task or development phase. Okay, and that this will be start, it is not start as of, it will be start on the specific date, and the date should be here. I'll select that plan date, and the plan date will be the February 1st, and then end date will be February end. Okay, and then so now here I'll select a assignment groups. So let's select the assignment group is that HR integration or HR delivery team. I'll select that. Okay, so this team will be work, and I'll just submit that. So you can see the project is keep on increasing. Now what we'll do, I'll create one more milestone or key milestone. What you can do, that will be promote to test, or maybe promote to QA. And this will be the planned on that February, maybe, or maybe March 1st. Okay, and I am just putting that key milestone and submit that. Okay, so this is our key milestone. And then after that, what I'll do, I'll create one more task for testing, and in that case I'll select that here, call uh, Agile, and then I'll select that testing, and which will be started on a specific date, and then where I'll select that March 2nd to the end of the March. Submit that. Okay, so it's till end of the March we have planned. After that we'll do one more call testing complete, one of the milestone. So after testing complete, one of the milestone achieved, what we'll do, we'll create one more waterfall task, which is nothing but promote to test. Okay, promote to prod. Sorry, promote to prod, and this will be happen on a specific day, or maybe no or later, or no later than, or no earlier than, and our specific date is that April 2nd, and it will be ended on maybe April 5. Okay, I'll click submit. So this is our complete projections. Now go back and change this to the project console, and you will be able to see the projection of that. So you can see this project is total timeline or total working days. You can see you can, total work started time is a 58 days, planned duration is the 58 days, and this is the kickoff meeting. And before end of the kickoff meeting, it have a one thing called requirement gathering, and after the requirement gathering, it's have another milestone called requirement gathering completed. And what we can do here, you can see this is the red mark. It means that it's overdue, and means that the date is gone, because this is the complete the current date here. What we'll do here, the requirement gathering complete, will put that 2FS. It means that it's dependent. Okay, I'll click continue. So you can see this task, the requirement gathering completion task, will be only started after your completion of this one. And after that, what I'll do, I'll put this development phase 3FS. So after your this key milestone achieved, this task will be started. So let's save this project task and see. Now I'll go to the project right now, actual project, and see how this looks like. So now if you see here, we have a 8 project task, which is the starting of the kickoff meeting. If you see here, it is starting on the kickoff meeting from this date, and which date is overdue, and after that it's have a requirement gathering, and then after your requirement gathering we are achieving one milestone called requirement gathering completed, and development phase, promote to QA, testing complete, and promote. So if I see the overall resource or overall things, what all we need, one, we need the manager who are going to manage the projects. One is the meeting, who are going to coordinate the meetings. One is the developer, one is the tester, and one may be the code promotion team or something like that. So I'll do, or maybe I'll plan for that resource accordingly quickly. So let's quickly plan the resource. So where we are, if you see this resource plan we have already done, and which is entered in the 831, and this project is actually ended on that for April of 5, so we don't need that much time. So what I'll do, I'll go back to the resource plan and reduce their time. I'll go and reduce their time, and then instead of August, I'll do that April. So 5th is our project end. After that, I'll keep more few days, and then 8 I will end their date. Once I change that, you can see their duration will be changed, the cost will be changed, everything will be changed. Okay. All right then. So this is the meeting management, and I'll do that project management. Okay. Management team who will basically manage that complete project. I'll do that, and here our planned hour we have, I mean, it's reduced that 45 hours. So now what I'll do, I'll copy these groups and add to here. So here is the groups who will manage that completely program or maybe project. I'll select one of the user from there, and then the project manager, I'll select one of the project manager and save that. All right. So this is the project where our project is, I mean, that project, we have set it all the value right now. Now I have to plan other resource. So this is the one kickoff meeting and requirement kickoff meeting, and the management team is already done for that. What I'll do, I need a analysis who can get the requirement. I need a developer. I need a tester. These three resource I need. I'll quickly replanning the resource for them. Okay. I'll go back to that resource planning. I mean that planning here. I'll do and start resource plan. I'll click new, and groups, I'll select that. So you are able to see that 17 groups, because the groups who have the PPM resource role, those group only available. I'll show that. So if I go ahead and first I'll select the analysis groups, and this analysis time, if you see that the requirement gathering is planned started on the January 20 and it's end of the 31st. So I'll do that. So this is the one analysis group who will actually work for this one. Now I need the developer and tester. So I'll put the developer, and then after that, what I need a tester. So testing will be started, or testing will be started on third starting date of that March 2nd, and it will be end the March 31st. I'll do and create a tester. So all the resource, whatever I required, I have planned for them. Okay, and now I'll change their state to confirm and allocate maybe all the state. Right now I'm not doing much these things because we already discussed this point. All right. So now if I go back to that project resource plan, you can see that this project resource plan have these particular groups who are actually going to work for what. So this is the testing groups, and this is the total plan cost. And now what I'll do, I'll go and then open one of the project tasks. Okay. And you can see definitely the cost plan also impacted. Okay. And now what I'll do, the financial part also will be impacted here. Now what I'll do, I'll go to the project task, and this is the kickoff meeting, and this meeting will be handled by so what I'll do things here. This resource plan, in this resource plan, program and requirement gathering will be done by analyst. I'll copy and paste here that requirement gathering will be done by analyst. Okay, and save that. Okay, and then the meeting will be done by, I'll put all these assignment group quickly. All right, so all the resource plan and everything I have assigned the particular groups. Now going back to this kickoff meeting, I'll go and then open the kickoff meeting, and then this kickoff meeting I will start as I'll change the work in progress. So if you change this task is work in progress, it does not affect the percentage. As I said, this percentage will be calculated either 0 or 100, or maybe the some point of time if you have the child task. So I don't have any child project task, so I'll close and complete that. So once I make this close complete and save that, the percentage of this will be 100%. And definitely here you can see the state is changes to the work in progress, because the state was in pending, right now it's changed to the work in progress, and percentage complete is right now 10.30, I mean 10 point something like that. That is calculated from our planning, I mean this plan started. Okay, so this was our plan start date, and then this is the actual start date and end date. Okay, so this is affected on, I mean the plan end date is automatically changed based on the actual start date and end date. Now I'll go back to the dates. This is our project dates, and if you see here right now in the planning, I mean the planning console, you can see the little bit dark green color. This is means that, I mean this is little bit dark green, it means that this task is completed and this yet to be completed here. And if I change this color to the, I mean this to the workbench, you will be able to see little bit difference. This is the green color happen, it means that this date, I mean this task is completed. Okay, and if I go back, and then you can see that the actual start date should be reflected. Let's see, let me refresh that. Now you can see actual start date is reflected on the today's date, and then planned start date changes because our planned date was different, but because of we started today, the planned start date is changed to today. This might need to be, you can fix that because the planned was different date, but that's out of box service now, that is behave right now that way. So now our this task is completed, kickoff meeting is completed. I'll little bit modify this one. So here requirement gathering, I'll change and put the requirement gathering and development instance is ready. Why I'm making these changes, I'll come to this in a quick. So there is a two task for this one. This project task is basically part of these two tasks. One, after this task, you see that the develop requirement is gathering completed and then development phase. So after this task, the project, this project will be fall under this. After this requirement gathering, the project will be fall on the development phase, and in that phase the development instance should be ready for the developer, right? So that is very difficult, I mean that is very important, otherwise the project get delayed. So what I'll do, I'll inside this project task, I'll create two tasks. This is the first task, and here the task's description should be requirement gathering, and I'll create one more task. That task, what will do, this task will do for development instance ready. Okay, so I'll copy this one and maybe create this one, and purpose of this task I'll come to that point, but I'll create this task and open and maybe change their date accordingly. I'll quickly do that. you can see this planned task was planned 20 to 31. What I did two tasks. One is the 20 to 25. Another task is the 20 to 31. And which are the child tasks for this one. Why I did? I'll come to this point. And now, if I refresh this one, you will be see some differences. So requirement gathering have two tasks. One is the requirement gathering, another is the development. Development instance is ready. So these two tasks are created, and if I go and change to this here to the planning console, you can see if you see there is a highlighted here. If I click here, I will be able to see there is two more tasks which is supposed to be end, and then only our development and gathering will be this task will be completed. So what I'll do here, so let's see, this is the one, this is the requirement gathering phase, and these have two tasks, right? And this is right now is in zero phase. What I'll do, and if you see this state is right now pending, what I'll do here, these two tasks are definitely the waterfall task. So what I'll do, I'll make these two work in progress tasks. And after that, once I change the work in progress, you can see the parent task, which is changed to the work in progress. And so once I make this complete, this task will be closed complete. Okay, so there is nothing major really happens. I just want to show you that the percentage is reflected here. The right now the project task percentage is 33.33. Okay, now remember, when I talk, I will come to the development instance ready. This task. This is also waterfall model. I'll make something different to make you understand. So remember, during the previous video, I talked about that whenever your project task, yeah, whenever you are creating the project, there is a two type of task. One is the waterfall, another is the agile. So in the waterfall model, what you can do, you can create the change request. I talked at that about that point. So right now you can see this task is a waterfall model, and this task is in pending state. What I can do, I can create a change request from this project task, because to ready a development instance, to create a development instance, I might need a change request. So what I'll do, I'll create a change request for that. I'll click here and it will be create a change request for me. So now you can see this change request is created for the development instance ready. If I go back to this here, you can see there is a called project task line, and which the project task line is showing the change request. Okay, so this change request is right now this project task control move to the change request. Now if I open this change request, if I open this change request, this task will be state will be work in progress. If I change this change request is the complete, then only this task will be completed. Let's see. I'll go and click the request approve here, and then here the few mandatory fields as per the change request form. So once I click the request approve, it's moved to that assessment state, and then after that I'll move to this. This change is waiting for approval. I'll approve that change. And right now it is in authorized state. Still it is in pending state right now because it's have not changed anything. Now I'll move to this change to, and there are few more approvals. I'll approve those. Now it is in schedule state, and if I go back, still is in pending state. I'll move to that implement state right now. After that, now once I change to the implement state, the change, you can see the start, the project task is changed to the work in progress state. And then if you see the here, this is already done. Requirement gathering is already done. If I go back, you can see the percentage of complete is right now 44. It's increasing because it's in work in progress state right now. This task is completed. When it was completed, that was 33%. Right now, this is in work in progress, and that's the reason it's changed to the 44%. And then I'll review and close that. This is the review, and before close, there should be some mandatory fields. I'll put those information and close that. Once I close that, so this change is completed, and if you see the close complete, the project task is automatically close complete, and then it is 100%, and this should be also 100% because both the task is completed right now, so it is 100%. As it is 100%, our actual the project, this is the project portal enhancement, this is a project which should also a percentage should be increases, which is 24%. Previously it was 10% only, so it is affecting the percentage also affecting into the project. So these two tasks, waterfall task is completed. Our requirement gathering, I mean, now our development instance is ready, our kickoff meeting is done, our requirement gathering is done. Our now next milestone should be that I should change to that close complete. Maybe as a program manager, I will make this close complete and say that requirement gathering is complete. I'll mark this 100% and this project. Okay. Now I'll go back to this here to that workbench, project workbench, and see if there is any differences happens on that project workbench. So you can see the project workbench, these two are completed. That's why it's a green mark right now. So these two are completed. Now our development should be started on this phase. Okay, our instance is ready and the development should be started. Now this is the development. If you see, we talked about the waterfall model, the agile model. What is the agile model? In the next video we'll talk about that, how we can create the story, how from this project task, how it can be interrelated with the story and everything. Okay, so thank you very much. That's it for today. If you like my video, please share with your community, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get the notification of these types of video. Thank you very much. Have a great day.